Hey YouTube, Hiko Simon here. I just did a video recently for my main channel in Japanese, which I'll put subtitles onto, responding to a video challenge, the YouTube challenge by Radrey. I'm now going to do this on my beta channel here, and I will read out the introduction the way that he wants it. So, hey YouTubes, this is Hiko Simon in response to Radrey's blog about the YouTube challenge. He asked 5 questions. I think this is kind of fun, and I'm going to do this in English so that you can enjoy it, Radrey. And here we go. Question number 1. Why did I start vlogging on YouTube? Basically, I got into the habit of watching YouTube videos because I wanted to watch The Daily Show, which I can't watch any other way in Japan other than on YouTube. And when they got sued and they took down The Daily Show, I was stuck for what to watch on YouTube since I'd gotten used to watching it. That's when I found vlogs, most popular videos on the ranking list, and I learned how to subscribe, and I started watching without really thinking about the Japan community at first. I was watching American vlogs, and at the same time as that I started video chatting on Skype, and I bought this web camera that I'm using now. And I was kind of frustrated with lighting and with video quality and so on, and I thought it was a fun combination, playing around with the camera, that I'd try copying some of the videos that I had seen. I started to think as well, how do I make a good quality vlog? What goes into that? How do I copy these people who make these? Because they look very simple, a lot of these vlogs. And the truth is, they're a lot harder. It's easy to make a really simple vlog, but it's a lot harder than it looks to make a very good quality vlog. To make something really tight for time, as you're about to find out in this video, because this is going to go very long. And so yeah, there are people like SXE Phil, for example, who I watched in the very beginning, who I was very impressed. They made very tight, very short, well-edited videos, and it looks very easy. And when I tried to copy it, I found that I couldn't. But it was pretty much when I started to make videos and I started to talk about Japan, I started to become aware of the great community that's here in Japan, the Japan community. And the subscribers themselves and the comments that they left I found very encouraging. And they motivated me to pretty much start making a video once every 1 or 2 weeks just to keep things going. And yes, as I've become more aware of the community and gotten to meet people, it's all sort of started to feed into itself. So yeah, that's pretty much why I started and what's kept me going on YouTube. The second question is, what kind of channel is my channel on YouTube? And Radrey, yeah, he was trying to understand why people choose the guru label. I'm a guru, or at least I chose guru on my main channel, on my Hiko Simon channel. The reason for this, well, there are multiple reasons. I didn't really think all that much about it, but I figured I'm not really going to call myself a musician or a comedian, and I didn't really think that I make directors worthy of a director title. So I kind of chose it. And I'll be honest, there's another reason. At the time that I chose this, it's kind of changed now, but at the time there weren't many people who chose the guru label for Japan. So it seemed like a nice way of being able to stand out. Question number 3, who influenced me? So yes, when I started out with YouTube, it was definitely, I think, SXE Phil. I saw his videos, which I think they looked good quality, they were very tight, they were over in 4 minutes, they covered a pretty simple formula that's easy to observe, and I kind of thought, well, you look at it and you think, hey, I could do that. And so I was kind of playing around with that. And I also saw, for example, I did search for other Japanese vloggers, and I came up with guys like MrTube and Crooksay, and I enjoyed their videos, and I mentioned them in my first vid. And I thought, yeah, I think I can try this, and I can see if I can do this as well as some of the top guys. And it turned out, of course, it's not easy to do like he does it, as I found out, and it was fun. It was a real learning exercise. A big turning point in my vlogs was, I think, watching the videos by Help Me Find Parents, or Ken Tanaka, where he was on his Hawaii vacation, and he was interacting with people in Hawaii who he met, just introducing them in a very just nice way, and I thought they were really, really good videos, really, again, nicely edited, but also just the topic and approach of them was really good. And on my Toyomi Magic, the surfing video I did, I really thought about his videos when I put that together, and I really wanted to try to get the same kind of vibe, and I still aspire to that. I think those were really good videos. And nowadays, you know, when I try to make videos now, if I try to make something that I want to look really professional, like a TV show, for example, I do think, for example, of guys like Tokyo Kuni, whose videos all look like TV shows. When I try to do a vlog like this, I guess I think about, you know, top vloggers like Give Me a Break Man. When I try to do technical tricks, which I haven't done very much lately, but I have done in the past, and 11 Colors is, of course, the king of that. I've got to get a green screen at some point, actually. I've got to play around with that more. And lately, you know, there's this guy called Crumbine who is in the States, and nothing to do with Japan, but he just makes amazingly creative videos, and he offers really good encouragement to join in. and I think that's something I want to try in future. Also, just for Japanese vloggers, Jet Daisuke does great little reviews and short, very entertaining videos, which I like to sort of try some things like what he does. And Hana Fubuki is kind of an artist. She makes sort of artwork videos, which I think are really cool, and I think that's another type of vlogging, which I'd really like to see more of. Not that I think I could emulate that, but I think she makes really cool videos. So yeah, so question number 4 is, how is my life different in the YouTube world? This is a funny question, because it's funny. Well, originally, in terms of what I don't share on my videos, I'm fairly careful about not talking about anything to do with my work or who I am or anything like that, at least to the extent, if I meet you, of course, I'll talk, you know, on a normal level. But in YouTube, I try to keep my persona to being this YouTube persona, although I talk about jobs I've done in the past. I also, just wanting to avoid flamers and so on, not getting into drama, because I'm not really interested in that if I can avoid it. I avoid topics involving sex, politics, religion, history, which in Japan are flame bait. You know, I do like to talk about those topics in person, so I suppose that's a big difference between my YouTube persona and my real persona. However, that said, you know, lately I've been meeting a lot of YouTubers in person, as I'll talk about in a minute, and you know, yeah, now on a daily sort of basis, or you know, once every week or so, I talk with guys like TQ Sam and Tokyo Kuni and Victor, Give Me a Break Man, and those sort of guys. And so it's funny now, you know, we talk a lot of the time off screen, and it's fun. It really is now really merging with my general life, and it's changed my life. I've met some really interesting people in Japan. I got to meet Ken Tanaka once, and that was fantastic. Even though it was just for an hour, you know, it's really fun to meet interesting people that I would never have met if it weren't for YouTube. So, and the Japan community is fantastic. It's a real, I think we have a real special community here in Japan. Yeah, it's really supportive. People are really nice to one another on it, and there are some genuinely really interesting people and people from interesting backgrounds. So, yeah, we've got a pretty good thing going here. So now I feel in some ways that my life has sort of become merged in many ways. Final question. Would I be free to meet up for an interview in Tokyo area? Yes, sure. Liverpool just missed out on a close chance at a goal by the sounds of it. Yeah, Radrey, I've met you before, and as I told you before, definitely, if you want to interview me directly, you're free to. And have I ever met any YouTubers in person? Well, yes, I have. I've been very lucky, actually. I've met a lot of YouTubers, particularly within the Japan community, and this shows again how great the Japan community is. I met a lot of people at the YouTube live event, including some of the top Japan-ranked YouTubers. I met Apple Milk, for example, Maggie Bon, Tokyo Kuni, although I met him before. I met Give Me a Break Man for the first time there, although I've been in touch with him before that. It was really great to meet him, and the guys from Nagoya, Daichen, Fat Blue Man, Ghost of Matsubara. I've also met Help Me Find Parents, Ken Tanaka, and it was funny because the first half hour we only talked in Japanese to each other. It was awesome, and he is a really, really, really cool guy, actually. Yeah, Ken Tanaka. Also, I mean, just go through. I had to write down. I'm afraid I'm probably going to miss some people out because I have met so many people, but in such a short space of time too. I've met Oborogin, who's a Japanese guy living in the States. I've met Radrey, of course. I met Crooksay, Daichen, Claytonian recently. TQ Sam, 11 Colors, Eric Surf 6, Pineapple, Tokyo Stormtrooper, My Argonauts recently, Atomic Boy X, Ghost of Matsubara, Jet Daisuke, Genji Neko, Okapi-san, Okapi3, Sayako Ito, Kalua, lots of YouTubers. People I really like to meet, who I sort of subscribe to, who make videos. I mean, I'd like to meet everyone who I subscribe to who makes videos, but in particular guys who I've had interaction with. Guys like Watsu's in Baby, Daily English Show, Psycho Melody, I know is coming to Japan soon. Looking forward to meeting you, man. Yeah, Daily English Show in Hokkaido. I'd love to get a chance to meet a fellow Kiwi Japan vlogger. Also, actually, Johnny Sama, who's also in Hokkaido, I'd quite like to meet. There's Kansai PJ and Busan Kevin down in Kansai. I'd love to meet you guys soon, hopefully at the Hanami. And The Pointless, a guy in Chile. He's really cool. I'd like to get back to South America and brush up on my Spanish, so it'd be cool to meet him. And Crumbine, I'm a real fan. And if I get the chance to go to New York, I'd really like to meet and interact. He seems like a really interesting guy. So that is it. Hope I'm not over time. Hope you enjoyed that, and